I hold the CT scans of the twins' brains. The back of their heads are fused together, with blood vessels and nerves intertwined, like the tangled roots of a tree. There have been no successful cases of this surgery anywhere in the world, and everyone urged me to give up, fearing we might lose the children. But seeing the parents' hope and despair, I could not refuse. Over the next 4 months, I spent day and night in the lab and the library, repeatedly simulating the surgical plan. Yet I was stuck on the challenge of controlling massive bleeding and ensuring blood supply to the brain. Faced with this high-risk, unprecedented surgery, would you give up or give it a try? Visiting the library every day to immerse myself in my studies. When I brought home a perfect test score, my mother was speechless at first. Then, with tears streaming down her face, she pulled me into her arms. The path of growing up is not smooth. Adolescent rebellion and self-doubt made me short-tempered. During a heated argument, I acted on impulse and got into a fight with a classmate. Fortunately, it did not lead to serious consequences or ruin my own future. Have any of you ever nearly ruined your lives through recklessness, and afterward, did you choose to run away or redeem yourselves? From that day on, I learned to control my emotions, devoted more time to studying, and developed a deep interest in medicine, especially the structure of the human brain, hoping to understand it to help patients. Driven by this passion and diligence, I was accepted into high school and earned a full scholarship to Yale University. The moment I received the acceptance letter, my mother and I embraced tightly and wept. Though she was illiterate, she understood that I had left the slums behind and was embracing a brand new future. You can break free from the shackles of fate and move toward a brighter future. Moving forward, I will fearlessly strive toward the pinnacle of medicine. After graduating from Yale University, I was admitted to the University of Michigan Medical School, where I chose neurosurgery, specializing in pediatric neurosurgery, with the goal of helping children with brain disorders. Although this field is high-risk and challenging, I chose to dedicate myself to it. Medical school and dealing with complex and rare cases. I was often busy until late at night, but I never complained or gave up. When I felt exhausted, I drew motivation from my mother's teachings, my past experiences, and my dreams. Suffering from severe epilepsy, the doctors were at a loss. And when I proposed a hemispherectomy, everyone opposed it. But after repeated study, I was convinced it would succeed. On the day of the surgery, I performed the procedure with calm determination. The girl recovered well, and I became famous overnight. The separation surgery for conjoined twins, mulling over the surgical plan for separating conjoined twins. But I couldn't solve the critical problem, and I felt lost and anxious. I spent every day in the lab conducting research, and I even considered giving up. Just as I was on the verge of despair, my mother quietly stayed by my side to comfort me, which reignited my confidence. I went to a billiards hall to relax, and while playing, a flash of inspiration struck me. I realized that positioning the baby's head down would lower blood pressure and reduce bleeding. At the critical moment of the surgery, I reflected on my past experiences and told myself I had to succeed. In the 22nd hour, the infants were successfully separated. Cheers erupted in the operating room, and I shed tears of exhaustion and relief. The surgery was a success, and both children were safe.